Starmer set to announce UK recognition of Palestinian state. Sir Keir Starmer is expected to announce the UK's recognition of a Palestinian state in a statement on Sunday afternoon. The Prime Minister said in July that the UK would shift its position unless Israel met several conditions, including agreeing to a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip and committing to a long-term peace process leading to a Palestinian state coexisting alongside Israel. The Israeli leadership has ruled this out since the start of the war following Hamas's attack in southern Israel on 7th of October 2023, in which 200 people were killed and 251 taken hostage. The PM's move has drawn fierce criticism from the Israeli government, families of hostages held in Gaza, and some conservatives. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu previously said recognition of a Palestinian state rewards terror. The decision to recognize a Palestinian state represents a major change in UK foreign policy after successive governments said recognition should come as part of a peace process and at a time of maximum impact. However, ministers argue there was a moral responsibility to act to keep hopes of a long-term peace alive. Efforts to secure a ceasefire in Gaza, let alone a long-term solution to the Israel-Palestine conflict, have faltered. Israel sparked international outrage when it carried out an airstrike on a Hamas negotiating team in Qatar. Government sources said the situation on the ground had also worsened significantly in the last few weeks. They cited images showing starvation and violence in Gaza, which Sir Keir previously described as intolerable. Israel's latest ground operation in Gaza City, described by a UN official as cataclysmic, has forced hundreds of thousands of people to flee. It is the latest Israeli offensive in the nearly two-year war, which has seen much of the Palestinian territory's population displaced, its infrastructure destroyed, and at least 208 people killed, according to Hamas-run health ministry figures. Earlier this week, a United Nations Commission of Inquiry concluded Israel had committed genocide against Palestinians in Gaza, which Israel denounced as distorted and false. Ministers have also highlighted the continued expansion of Israeli settlements in the occupied West Bank, which are illegal under international law, as a key factor in the decision to recognize Palestinian statehood. Deputy Prime Minister David Lammy said, "Now is the time to stand up for a two-state solution." He told the BBC's Sunday with Laura Kensberg, "Will this feed children? No, it won't. That's down to humanitarian aid. Will it free hostages? That must be down to a ceasefire. But does this mean that you get or hold out for that two-state solution and stand by the Palestinian cause being a just cause?" That was the determination that I and the Prime Minister made at the end of July. Lammy said the timing of the recognition had been made based on what's happening on the ground. He cited the controversial E1 settlement project, which critics warned would put an end to hopes for a viable, contiguous Palestinian state, and the recent Israeli strike in Qatar. Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas welcomed the UK's recognition pledge when he visited Sir Keir earlier this month, with Downing Street saying both leaders had agreed Hamas should play no role in the future governance of Palestine. Hussam Zomlot, its UK representative, told the BBC that recognition would mean ending the denial of our existence, and that the British people should celebrate today when history is being corrected, when wrongs are being righted. The question is never why should the UK recognize the state of Palestine, Zomlot said. The question is why didn't the UK recognize the state of Palestine all along? He added, recognition is not a gift, it's not a favor, it's an inalienable right. Conservative Shadow Chancellor Mel Stride said he agreed with a two-state solution, but said recognizing a Palestinian state now was not applying any leverage or getting anything in return. He told the BBC it's more to do with the internal politics of the Prime Minister's own cabinet and his backbenchers and the pressure he is receiving, and that is not a good basis on which to conduct foreign policy. Meanwhile, in an open letter to Sir Keir on Saturday, family members of some of the hostages taken by Hamas urged the Prime Minister not